What's up, beautiful people? This is your girl Blue Nola coming back with another video. Hope all is well in your world. I want to kind of touch base on this whole Chrisean Rock Blueface situation that is being plastered all over social media. Attention seeking at best. This is what my feeling is around it. But it is actually really sad because you find you're looking at a very toxic, dysfunctional situation playing out. You're looking at a man who is in his late 20s, almost in his 30s, disrespect a very young woman. And you're looking at a young woman disrespecting herself, right? I'm gonna stand by my reading in terms of the pregnancy, and the connection. And if you actually pay attention to a lot of what he's saying, especially on Twitter, he goes between denouncing the pregnancy to questioning the pregnancy to talking about she's pregnant. I wish we would stop allowing this guy who is a master manipulator, right? Pimp vibes, to take you on a roller coaster ride. At the end of the day, this is a person who is applying pressure in order to force this person's hand to get not a divorce, but to get an abortion, right? And this is what the reality of the situation. Every day in life, whether it's in your hood or in the middle class neighborhood, there's some situation that's going on similar to this situation where, it's all fun and games until you get pregnant, right? And when things become a reality, this is now you don't want the baby, there's an abortion that needs to be had, I'll give you $100,000, I don't know if the baby's even mine, etc., etc. So this is what you have, right? As I said before, I don't care, I don't feel this man loves this girl at all, Chrisean Rock. And the thing about it is so dysfunctional and so toxic. I'm sure no matter what anybody says to her, it won't be until she hits her head enough to where she just says, I'm tired and I'm gone. Again, this is a man who has decided to apply pressure to force her hand to have an abortion, which is really, really sad. And it's being done on social media. Imagine if this were your sister, your niece, your daughter, your granddaughter, right? I think that, is it responsible for the blogs to continue to post it? I know there's this job to do gossip, but this is a 22-year-old young lady. What if this person becomes mentally unstable, mentally unhinged, and decides to do something to themselves because of this, right? This is a lot for somebody to handle, right? So I just wanted to do a quick poll over, how she's doing. And again, this to me, this is attention seeking on both sides. And even on the side of her, it's like, keep your business to yourself. You just got on social media talking about how you were sober. You just got on social media talking about you've been having some clarity. But now you go back to getting on social media talking about, having an abortion. You have the right to do what you want to do. But as a woman, that is really triggering for a lot of women to hear you doing stuff like that, especially so publicly on social media. You know how many people out here ready to have a baby, trying to have a baby, praying they can have a baby, right? So I'm really, really disappointed because what it says about Chrisean Rock is if Blueface isn't in a relationship with her, then that baby is not the priority, right? To me, if I want, if the pregnancy is important to me, it doesn't matter what he does because the baby is the priority, right? That's when you understand, and this is when you know the baby is not a priority. The pregnancy is not a priority because having the baby depends on his willingness to be a part of it, his willingness to accept it, his willingness to participate in it. And this is when you know you're having a baby for the wrong reasons, right? So this has been going on for like the last 48 hours. I kid you not. And it's again, it's sad to see it playing out like this, but I just refuse to kind of jump in there and windmill for Chrisean because I just feel like just now he got up talking about he fresh off the plane, going to see a bitch.
I'm jet lagged, dick, and pulling up clean dick like, yeah, suck it. Take that. I'm finna pull up on the bitch fresh off the airport, clean dick. I'm jet lagged, dick, and pulling up clean dick like, yeah, suck it. Take that.
No respect for women at all. And then the sad part is that his mom is on social media. You go, baby. You do what you got to do. Don't let nobody bring you down. This is the woman that raised him. This is a woman who raised him. Guys, sad, pathetic, right? And then you wonder why he's treating his baby mama the way he does. You wonder why he treats Chrisean the way he does. You wonder why he he's dealing with women in such a disrespectful fashion. So he said all of this only for Chrisean to come back out and say, I only like the beef because it's with my favorite person. I don't mind. I miss you, Daddy. So let's go ahead and jump into this reading and see if they're going to just jump because he's back from, I guess, wherever he was at. That's my chair. Let's see if they're going to run right back into position and be right back together. Spirit, give me the energy around Chrisean, Rock, and Blueface. What is the energy around their relationship? Will they go right back together? Seven of Cups, the Devil card, the Star card. That's concerning. The Six of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the card of Judgment. So let me say this. I definitely feel that is an actual situation of beef. I don't feel like it's just for TV. Absolutely 100% capitalizing on the attention. But I definitely feel it's a real beef. You know, when you see that Seven of Cups, this is all about a person who's trying to manipulate. And we can see that he's trying to manipulate and control Chrisean with his baby mama, with the pregnancy situation. This is a very, again, this is a young guy, but he's a master manipulator. Again, pimp vibes, right? Trying to control her from afar while he's away. You know, it's almost like it makes you think of a situation where you got a man and he's out of town and he does everything he can to mess your whole day up, your whole week up, right? Keep you off track until he come back in town. But it definitely talks about a person who is creating a lot of disarray, a lot of diversion, right? And this for no purpose at all. This is Chrisean too. She feels in her energy. She feels like she's losing him, right? However, don't be surprised. And again, don't be surprised if you see them right back together. The Devil card talks about them having that bond. And it talks about pulling them back together. There's this addiction for each other. They'll be back together soon enough. They also have in this energy the Star card, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and then that Judgment card. Unfortunately, this is, she could truly, without a level head, she could truly make a decision with that pregnancy situation. Notice our Star card is in reverse. And that talks about in order to hold on to the relationship with him, she would be willing to what? Sacrifice the baby. This is what it talks about. I hope she knows why he's been out of town. He's been disloyal. He has it in his Ten of Swords. He has it in his Six of Wands. Disloyalty. So let me say this: being pregnant or not being pregnant, it doesn't matter. He's going to be disloyal. He's going to sleep with other people. This is what he's going to do. He's going to disrespect you. And the problem is that she's so conditioned to the verbal and the mental and emotional abuse is normal, right? Once again, her discernment for this man. This talks about, forgiveness. They have a forgiveness aspect. So I would not be surprised one bit at all if they come back together. And I would not be surprised at all if he tells her to get rid of the baby and she does it. The Star card in reverse is a kind of like a cleansing, a renewal, like rejuvenating yourself, right? And it talks about losing something. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And, again, she's having a baby for all the wrong reasons, in my opinion. But that's just me. Give me the energy around the pregnancy for Chrisean Rock. It's here in the Star energy, but she has the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords energy talks about, again, new perspective, self-acceptance, right? She has the Sun card, baby in a reverse again. That also talks about, right, this is turned into a negative situation. The expectation that I had for this baby is not there. And her Two of Wands is in her energy as well. That Two of Wands very well could mean she can make a plan to, go through with something that significant. Chrisean Rock, again, is having a baby for all the wrong reasons. And then she has the Five of Wands in her energy as well. Five of Wands is her struggling in conflict with herself, right? I'm going to say this. When you having a baby, when you're getting rid of a pregnancy because the man don't want you, let me say this. He's going to keep doing it over and over again. Will she get pregnant again for Blueface? That's a good question I wanted to ask. Will she get pregnant for him again if she decides to go through with an abortion? Will she actually get pregnant again? Because that's normally what happens. But we're going to ask, will she get pregnant again if she decides to release this baby? And she is the Queen of Cups. So what? You're going to get rid of this baby only to turn around. What that is, 10, 11, 12 months later, right? 13 months later and have another baby and get pregnant again. Wow. Queen of Cups in her energy, baby. You see this? The lady looks like she's pregnant, right? Her stomach is protruding. That's Chrisean Rock again. So even if she decides to get rid of this baby, she has another baby right behind that baby. And let me say this, and this time, if she doesn't keep this one, this time she keeps this one. Look at that. Queen of Cups in her energy. So what's the purpose? What's the reason? This man seems to hate her, seems to despise or dislike her. He goes through these high and low moments. What are all of those high and low moments about for Blueface? What is going on? We I've said in my reading, I don't feel like he truly loves her, even though she believes he does. What are all those high and low moments? Then again, that star card with that tower moment. Again, shit getting real when a baby get in the picture, right? The star card in the picture, the baby in the picture, right? Now it's created a what? Tower moment. Now I don't want to fool with you. I don't want to deal with you. And even in that Nine of Swords energy, that talks about do what I say do or else. And another thing, he said that a lot of his tweets. You do what I say do. You not the man. I'm the man. This, that, and all this bullshit. This is what that represents. This is also, it's not just about the baby, guys. It's about controlling her, period. You're going to do what I say. You're going to do what I tell you. You're going to follow my lead, or there are consequences to your actions. Why does he continue to use his baby mama and weaponize her in this situation? Give me the energy around Blueface. Why does he keep using Jade and Alexis as a weapon? And the Knight of Wands is in here. He knows how Chrisean feels about that, right? Regardless of how strong she appears, Chrisean knows that just like Chrisean is a threat to Jade and Alexis is a threat to Chrisean Rock, right? But he weaponizes it because he uses it as a way to threaten separation. He uses it as a fear tactic for her, right? If you don't do what I say do, I'm going to go back to that situation. Even in his Seven of Pentacles, that talks about to create worry and to create problems in the relationship. Even his Five of Pentacles, right? Again, that is to yo-yo and to create tension and anxiety, right? Again, he uses that situation to control Chrisean Rock. He knows how she feels about, Jade and Alexis has been with him from what I heard for some time, since they were in high school. She knows that, he holds a special place. Will Blueface have other kids outside of Jade and Alexis? He talking about that's why I only got one baby, mama, this, that, and the third. And then the Eight of Cups is in his energy. The Eight of Cups to talk about in the future, that could change, right? Even his Fool card being reckless, that talks about can bring life, bring another situation. And King of Cups be a father outside of his relationship with Jade and Alexis. So don't think you're special, Miss Jaden, because this Ten of Wands energy talks about you. There could be down the road another situation where somebody could come up and say, I'm pregnant for Blueface. And he has another family somewhere, Ten of Cups energy, right? Another situation brewing. So even if it's not Chrisean Rock, he's not going to just have babies with Jade and Alexis. Let's be clear. Give me the energy around. He always looks like he got bumps on his face, his lips, near his mouth. What is all that about? Is there something going on? What? That disgusts me. Like, what in the fuck? This, the Nine of this. What's going on with his health? The Chariot, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Cups. Let me see if there are any health aspects in here that I need to see. Because he did have the Fool, but I'm like, baby, what is going on with the health condition? The Sun card, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Teacher. He could have like a little, what you call this when people be getting a herpes simplex stuff? That's not set in stone. I'm not accusing nobody of anything. I'm not doctor. I don't like those. But there's something about his health. His health aspects are in reverse, right? That's what it talks about. This is a person, you got to watch him. That could represent a person who's getting himself into all kind of stuff with different women and different situations. He just gives me the willies with that stuff all on his mouth, on his lip and stuff like that. So that's what that represents. Confirm the energy around his health. Like, what is going on with all these bumps and stuff on his face and his mouth? It just look like something going on weird. What is going on? The Knight of Cups, Temperance, the breakout and stuff like that, Empress, but it has something to do with when he's engaging with women. Prince of Wands, and then the Eight of Discs. So there's something happening with their health part of it, y'all. I know y'all see it like I see it. I'm like, what, baby? What is going on with the lips and the bumps and the this and that? Like, yuck. I wouldn't be fine over no dirty dick. Ugh, gross. Give me creeps. Oh, I like a man that's clean cut, clean looking. Give me again the energy around Blueface and those bumps around his mouth and his lips sometimes. Confirm. Tower card. Something. It's like he had these outbursts every now and then. What do you call it? Like these outbreaks every now and then. Is it just like acne? Like what the hell is it? Oh, sorry. The Hangman, the Queen of Cups, then the Five of Discs, the Prince of Discs, the Death card, the Emperor. It's like some type of outbreak, guys. But it's something that has to do with, you know, again, the health of his health as a man, as he's dealing with women. It keeps coming back into that Emperor energy here. So I don't know. I just, every time I see him, he give me the creeps. It's like, ugh. He's got a tower for that. He needs to be careful because that tower could represent a person who can get into an accident, a situation, fall. The Hangman is also here. There's something about some kind of something about legal situations coming up too. We're gonna hear about it really, really soon, and it also represents Chrisean may have something legally coming up. They both have legal aspects coming up in their energy. Just know they feel like they could come back together. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them again. And let me say this, even if she decides to abort the mission here, there is another pregnancy right behind it, less than 1 to 13 months later. What is that? 13 months later. There's another pregnancy situation brewing. All right, let me see if I can. I'm gonna flip cards right quick. Hold on one. Spirit, give me the energy. Ooh. The Emperor again. He's got a legal situation coming up again. Right? Give me the energy around Blueface. Three of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Emperor. She got a legal situation coming up again. And let me say this too. They do have like a breakup in their energy too. I think I mentioned that before, but it is here. They show up Empress in reverse and Emperor in reverse. That could even represent they could have a blow up, an explosion, a fight, a problem. They do have the Knight of Wands as well. Again, that's to talk about a quarrel or fight. Empress and Empress and Emperor in reverse clashing. Big time clashing, right? So I wouldn't be surprised. That double card, that's what I was looking for. When you see the double card in tarot for health, that represents, to be honest with you, that can happen represent some real health aspects in your messages. And that's what I was looking for. I'm like, that's why I was like, let me pull my other deck out, because I'm like seeing something. Okay, let me pull my other deck out too, because I'm like, I'm seeing something that don't look too good with this. Okay, double card. Double card. I'm gonna pull these back out. Double card could represent somebody who can have a sexual disease. It could be general. It could be somebody who is also too doing drugs or things like that. But that's what I was looking for, that double card in reverse energy. All right. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying I be seeing stuff on his mouth and his lip and in his face that I'm like, baby, okay, this is a definite negative for me. That is the end of the road. I don't want to make this reading too long. I pray that Chrisean gets out of this situation and leaves the situation. But unfortunately, I feel like it's going to take for him to really push out and push off. And I do believe, does his baby mama have anything to do with him, he weaponizes her, he uses her. But does she have anything to do with the fact that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with Chrisean? Give me the energy around his baby mom. And the Chariot is here. This is of his own doing, his own volition. This is a person who, is doing his own thing. So I feel like, this represents a person. Yeah, she's had her issues and her concerns, and she has a problem with some of the stuff that he does. But this really truly is him causing his own. This is him causing his own thing, getting his own feelings about situations. And again, when you see that, that's what, Nine of Wands, plus that, that Five of Wands, that's a person who is got a motive, right? That motive is, I want to control. I don't want to have certain situations. And even in that Queen of Swords, this, like, I don't think he, and this is Queen of Swords, I'm gonna be honest, you know how y'all always saying on social media he jealous of her? He's jealous of her. He needs Chrisean, and that is on period. I don't care. The only time that fool trend is when he talking about Chrisean Rock. Nobody checking for you. Matter of fact, do this. Keep Chrisean Rock out your mouth for a solid month. Don't say nothing about Chrisean Rock. Focus on your music. Talk about your baby mama. Do what you do, and I bet you the money you won't trend as much as you used to. I bet you the money, because right now you're using Chrisean name that gets you the trend. He's trending and she's trending, right? This is a girl, your girl Chris Blue Nola Tarot, coming through with a quick reading. I thank you so much for checking in. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, this is a very toxic and very dysfunctional situation. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would have been knocked him sideways. I see why Chrisean, and I don't condone violence, but I can see why she was always knocking him upside his head, because when I tell you this dude is mad disrespectful, it's very disrespectful. Let me go on my Twitter and see what the last thing he is posting here. Let's see what he talking about, because baby, he be going for it. He don't never disrespect. He call his mama certain names, baby mama certain names, but and then this the thing. Then he just said he says here, this the last thing. This what I know is a bunch of foolishness and the games. That's why I said they're gonna be right back together. He says, okay, he says, I'm gonna get disrespectful to the bitch, get respectful every time. Then he turns around, he says, but, ain't no buts. It's my way or the highway. I'll give a bitch the boot the day her birthday. I let a bitch leave before I give her the leeway every time. I check that Patek Philippe, whatever the hell he's talking about. Then he puts the next one was 3 minutes ago, but I am the problem, right? I'm telling y'all, she freaked out in the head. So then Chrisean says, I only like to beef because you my favorite person. I miss you, daddy. He retweets it onto his. Once again, games being played. He's back from where he is. Business will resume back as usual. He will be with Chrisean Rock, point blank. The only thing I'm concerned about is let that pregnancy situation be, because you want that baby, not based on the situation with the Negro. Period, point blank. That could be the best blessing in her life. Oh, you know what? The last thing I want to ask, is she still drinking and sleep? Is she still drinking and smoking on the side? Give me the energy. Is she still participating on the side? A little drink every now and then. Trust me, a lot of people do it. Y'all act like y'all are so, like, oh my God. So many people drink and smoke. They got people who actually do drugs while pregnant. Nine of Swords is here. So I do feel like she's been pretty good in her magician energy too. Wheel of Fortune, I don't think she's been as bad. She has been, used to be, but it does show her energy. She can do something. They show him the business one. The Eight of Swords, right? Not making the best decision. The Ten of Swords is talking about is not like, again, it's not like, it's harder for a person to change their ways overnight. Come on. But I definitely feel that she could be indulging every now and then. A lot of people do it. People drink wine, people smoke. What are y'all talking about? We be acting like, oh my God, like everybody on social media is acting like, oh my God, so shocking. So we act like what he's doing, trying to force her to have force her hand with the pregnancy situation. We act like that's so unusual. They got a nigga in the hood right now doing it today to somebody, right this second. Putting pressure on the chick to have an abortion, putting pressure on the chick because he don't want the baby, putting pressure on the chick because he don't want the responsibility. They got somebody doing that right today. What are we talking about here? Why a 22-year-old who was fertile murder? Why did she need to lie about being pregnant? Let's be clear. Even after if she decided not to have this baby, she got a baby coming right behind her. She's been pregnant before. We act like this so far-fetched. We act like we dealing with a 60-year-old woman talking about she pregnant. This is a 22-year-old girl, a young woman who can get pregnant with no problem, right? Period. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I say keep Chrisean in your prayers that she get her mind right and that judgment card come through and she starts to have real discernment. Because right now she's in the matrix with this man, and this man is in the matrix with her. No matter what he says, he's in the matrix with her. He created all this drama to keep her off her game. You know that she kept having those cards of diversion, right? Creating disturbance. That's so that when he's out of town, she can stay focused on all the drama he's creating, so that she won't be doing nothing else except focusing on him. That's my chair, sorry. That's what this is all about. Controlling a person, controlling an area, of creating drama. So I would be so distraught. There's no reason why I would want to go out and deal with nobody else and be with nobody else, because you got me over here cornered, right? Period. So anyway, y'all, I know they love to watch these readings. Thank you for watching y'all reading, and I hope y'all enjoy y'all day and stop all this drama. Get off internet. Peace and blessings. And mom, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't care. You know, like I always say, like, it starts at the head. It starts at the head. When you have to have a strong foundation. And you talk about the strong foundation, but where is it? Right? Where is that strong foundation? Why you have a son out here disrespecting women, disrespecting himself, and even disrespecting you? So I'm out of here. Thank you so much for checking through. Bye.